Mr. Secretary, the DOST is probably one of the most low-profile departments of the government. But just like what Senator Angara said, it is in the quiet research and development work where we can probably have breakthroughs that can be life-changing, that can be game-changing. Just like the way life changed because of telephones, television, internet, Google, etc., etc. Not in the traditional businesses like banking or construction or shipping and even transportation the way we know it. That's why I'm very excited when you said that your background is as an inventor. In other words, you are the bold, adventurous type who would go into the realm of what laymen would call the unknown, where the odds are very much stacked against you, but the moment you have this discovery, it could change life the way we know it. Now, India has a program of developing a very cheap personal computer and laptop. I think the original target was $100. I don't know if they've adjusted this to $200. Now, I understand that you have a gadget, a tablet, which may cost only 4,000 pesos, definitely less than $100. Can you brief us on this, on the possible commercial prospect of this, and whether this is an initiative of DOST or a private entity under the guidance and inspiration of the DOST?
Mr. Chairman, Your Honor, we look at, we call this PC tablet. We look at it initially para talaga sa educational system natin. Now, at the start, we can load this with yung mga libro. But eventually, we consider the PC tablet as a new way of education. It's a new medium because the modules can be interactive. It becomes more interesting for the students. And because it becomes more interesting, mas gusto nila mag-aral. So that is how we look at this. We are very excited, but very careful with this program. We have requested Ms. Queen Lee she is from Ateneo to be the program head for this. They are now editing our initial modules. We are targeting muna grade 1. For grade 1, we will be field testing for at least 100 classrooms by June para talaga ma-monitor if there would be an increase in the proficiency of our students using this another way of teaching, another way of module. Anyway, at the start, we were targeting talaga 3,000. Pero hirap kami sa 3,000 per tablet. So, but I think we are now comfortable with our 4,000 per tablet. We can make, we can show you the tablet. We can even, actually we can give the tablet to all the members of this committee.
Thank you. It's very exciting. And as technology trends are, the 4,000 can become 3,000 in about a year, 2 years' time. The diminishing cost, for example, I remember the first time I bought a Macintosh in 1984. I was one of the first in the Philippines. It cost about $2,500. But now, something 1,000 times more powerful costs less than $2,000. That shows you how the cost trends are. Now, Korea, I looked at the history of Korea. We are astounded by how Korea has journeyed from where it was similar to us maybe 40 years ago to one of the giants, not only in economic development but also in technological development. They started with reverse engineering. Lowly products like microwave oven and television. They reverse engineered these products based on the products in Japan. This is something that we are doing also, reverse engineering.
Mr. Chairman, Your Honor, as I mentioned kanina, yung localizing, actually this will be really reverse engineering. But we can put some inputs to make almost all the components sana available locally. But majority of it would be reverse engineering. Yeah, we'll start with something that's already there and maybe localize it, essentially localizing it so that it becomes cheaper and more, as overused word, appropriate for its use.
Yeah, thank you. You also mentioned nanotechnology. There was a lot of discussion on nanotechnology. I also thought, one of my favorite authors, and I keep on mentioning this, is the science guru, invention guru of the US, is Ray Kurzweil, an MIT professor, multi-awarded. And he said that there are 3 items that are going to lead the way as far as technology is concerned. GNR, genetics, nanotechnology, and robotics. You mentioned nanotechnology. I engaged your predecessor in the area of nanotechnology as early as about 3-4 years ago, until she finally came out with an equivalent of a nanotechnology center or institute. I'm very happy that that is the response of the DOST. What about in the other areas, Mr. Secretary?
Mr. Chairman, Your Honor, tugtungan ko lang yung nanotechnology. We would be supporting the equipment for nanotechnology and encouraging incubators in the Bikutan area. Because the more people be involved, especially our local scientists, not only to develop their own nanomaterials, the better. But we would have the core equipment this year. Kompleto na tayong equipment for nanotechnology, so that they can develop more materials and more uses.
And how much is the budget for that? Because Bangkok is already in the billion peso level. They have a nanotechnology center there, or institute. I think India is already in the billion peso level. What about here in the Philippines?
For the equipment, less than 100 million, 80 million.
Still, it has some amount. Now, finally, solar power. Solar, just like the other renewable energy types, is also a very promising source of energy, especially for a country like the Philippines. I think a lot of people don't know that we are one of the world's top solar panel producers there in Laguna. We export the solar panels, photovoltaic, to Germany. And Germany is one of the leading users of solar power. Is that an area that you're also studying, Mr. Secretary?
Mr. Chairman, Your Honor, actually using also nanotechnology to come up with new solar materials we are supporting. It is also with University of the Philippines, College of Physics. We are supporting it, and you are right, we are one of the biggest, and they are expanding in the Philippines for solar panels. Yeah, we are also looking at it, and as you mentioned earlier, we're also supporting on a sustained basis genome and also robotics.
And my final